The year 1452, a man was born of Italian descent. A man with an ambition, a passion, the drive, the determination to become a mogul in the world of art. And he did. He did. Commissioned globally for pieces of art. Even in today's world, people awe and drool over his artwork, which still resonates with people even today, because that man was no other than Leonardo. And no, I'm not talking about the second best Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. No siree. I'm talking about Leonardo Da Vinci.
Ooh. Question.
Go.
What's your first favourite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle?
Michelangelo.
Oh, okay.
Why'd you even have to ask?
Dunno. Just
Calabunga.
Okay.
Who's your favourite? Raphael. Donatello.
I don't know. I didn't really watch it, to be honest.
Leonardo was like the nerdy one.
Oh, Leonardo then?
He was the tech guy.
Oh, yeah. Leo for the win.
Here's the thing about Leonardo. Lots of great work. Lots of great paintings. Right? But his most popular, when I say Leonardo, you say you don't know much about Leonardo,
Some
do you?
flowers.
Okay.
The flowers?
First of all, that's Van Gogh. Forget that.
Okay.
Forget it. If I say to you, painting, what do you think?
Oh, Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa,
Oh,
right?
okay, I'm there now.
Leonardo da Vinci painted the Mona Lisa.
See, yeah.
Yeah, he painted a lot of things, but Mona Lisa was the best of the best. In any terms of the word art, Mona Lisa is ranked the top, and there's good reason. Some stats for you, coming in with the stats.
Oh, I love a stat.
1503, Leonardo da Vinci started work on the Mona Lisa. Francis I invited Leonardo to France to live with him. Weird thing, but he took the art there. That was in 1516. He finished the Mona Lisa in 1519. So what? That's like 13 years right there. The king then bought it off Leonardo, and it was owned by French royalty for centuries. It was briefly adorned in Napoleon's bedroom, then installed in the Louvre in 1804. And it's been there ever since.
Wow.
So, massively successful piece of art. Widely reclaimed as the best ever.
Ever.
My question is why?
Did Mr. Bean know that when he stole it?
I would imagine so, yeah. You don't go stealing a piece of art without...
See, I've seen the film and I don't think he truly knew what he'd done.
Teddy. But the question remains, why? Why is it so popular? Because I ain't being funny, but I've seen the Mona Lisa. I've seen it. Don't mean to brag, but I've seen photos online, on Google, on t-shirts.
Yeah. Replicas.
Ain't that special?
Oh, wow. You went there.
Right?
Okay.
Like, it's a good piece of art.
Yeah.
All seriousness.
Yeah.
What's special about the Mona Lisa?
You're right.
Why is it?
Well, is she smiling? Is she not?
Yeah, but other than that, what is it? I took a glimpse at Da Vinci's other piece of art just to really think, so I can compare the art with the artist. He's the same guy who painted The Last Supper.
Wow.
You've seen that?
Yeah.
Massive. Do you know, that's like a whole wall.
Tapestry.
Right?
Isn't it?
Without any kind of context, if you've seen The Last Supper and the Mona Lisa next to each other, you'll be like, Last Supper, that's the valuable one. Why is the Mona Lisa the most valuable one? It was like this big. I could have put that in my back pocket. Why The Last Supper?
Well, we did have to get it to France, so...
Just carried it there.
Perfect passport.
Right.
Passport. Postcard size.
Lady with an ermine. Have you saw this?
I might have,
It's a woman holding an ermine. What's an ermine? I thought it was a goat.
Yeah.
It's like a stout, which is like a type of ferret thing.
Oh, I was thinking beer.
No.
Well.
It's basically the Mona Lisa.
Okay.
It's a woman.
But with a...
But with something extra, is what I'm trying to say.
But it's not a goat.
What's the Mona Lisa got? Nothing.
A cheeky grin.
This woman had a cheeky grin and an ermine. Salvador Mundi. It's a guy.
It's Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Saturday, Sunday, Salvatore, Monday. He's holding a globe. Like a glass globe, like in Labyrinth. Once again, what's the Mona Lisa got? I did a bit of research. That
Okay.
smile comes up. 3/4 angle. Oh, crazy. This was Renaissance. They didn't do this. They did straight on. She's at this 3/4 thing.
Edgy.
The simple dress. Renaissance period. The only people being painted are people of wealth, social elite, the higher class. So when they are painted, they use it as a time to show off. Draped in all their finery, blinging, their best jewels. What?
Like us.
Like us. Yeah. She didn't have that. What did the
didn't.
Mona Lisa have?
It's plain
A
black,
little
simple dress.
raggy
Yeah.
dress thing.
Yeah.
All right. Who is she? Who is Mona Lisa?
Who is she? Who is she? Where did you find her?
What's her story? Once again, because it was social elite being painted.
Yeah.
We know who they are. They've got a story behind them. Who is Mona? Some peasant? Some nobody? Why is Leonardo Da Vinci at the height of his career painting this nobody? Like you said, the smile. Her gaze invites us to ponder the expression hinted at the corners of her subtle smile. Got that off Google. You know how much it's worth?
No.
860 million.
Woo!
And that's like low end.
Wow.
So if it went to auction, it would be minimum
That'd be the reserve.
reserve 860 million.
Wowzers.
The most expensive piece of art in the world.
Crikey.
And throughout knowing all of this about the subtle smile, about who she is, about him painting it over 13
do we know
years.
who she is?
No, she's a nobody. That's part of the mystery that adds to
But
the value.
is she a nobody, or is she somebody that was trying to look like a nobody?
That's the question. You know, behind her, there's a lake.
Now you know.
But it's not that special.
No.
So the question remains, why is that worth $860 million?
I don't know. Do you know?
I do know.
I'd love to
And
find out.
that is the story of today. I did some digging. Why is this little nobody, this Mona who? This Lisa? Some servant girl, some peasant, painted by the same guy that painted The Last Supper. We're comparing a nobody to Jesus, may I remind you. Why is that one the most valuable piece of art in modern day history? Some say overrated, others agree. Why?
Why?
Because it was stolen
What?
by Mr. Bean. So before I retell this story of absolute fascination, please can we have that jingle? A1, A2, A1, 2, 3, and...
What's the plot?
What is it?
What's the plot?
Come on.
What's the plot?
Oh, tell me.
What's the plot?
Okay, right.
What's the plot?
Probably
What's
enough
the
now.
plot? What's the
Oh,
plot?
getting a bit
What's
tiresome.
the plot?
Okay.
What's the plot? What's the plot?
Beautiful. Oh, yeah. August 1911. The Louvre is open. It's a lovely day.
Year before the Titanic. Titanic sunk on April 14th, 1912.
Or was it the Olympian? Have you saw those conspiracies?
No?
I was going to do an episode on it, but it's not true, so I couldn't do it.
Ugh.
So the Olympian was made by the same people that made the Titanic.
Ah. Okay.
Right? Now, the Titanic, or the Olympian, was going out of service. And they wanted the insurance money for the Titanic. So they swapped the lettering in it. Look, Google photos of the Olympian and the Titanic. They're the exact same ship.
But Titanic was supposedly bigger, no?
No.
Oh.
It was the same ship.
Oh.
And they replaced them, sent it off.
Sent
And
me
it
on my
was
way.
the Olympian that went down and they collected the insurance money. Did you know that before the Titanic went out, the wealthiest of guests got calls to say, don't come?
Did they?
Yep.
Wow.
There's a lot of people that were meant to be on that boat that were not on it.
Crikey.
Lots of people.
Shame that wasn't true.
Could be true.
Would have made a good story.
Could be true. But we ain't got the proof. Honestly, Google it. Pictures of those two
Have
boats.
you heard that they've just found some new bits of the Titanic?
The Olympian?
Or the Olympian? Have you heard that they've just found some new bits under the sea? Under the sea?
No.
Yeah, found some new bits.
What bits?
Well, I mean, like new, like belongings have started to rise up from the depths of the ship to the top bit.
Oh,
So
lovely.
they can now see like more belongings,
Lovely.
including a necklace, not
Oh,
the one she threw in the ocean at the end. Not the fake, not the film
necklace,
version.
yeah.
Just a necklace that they believe's like worth a lot of money, but they're not allowed to move it because it's a protected site.
Did you know, and this might be false, there was about 10,000 bottles of wine on that ship?
What a waste!
That just under there, floating or sinking.
What a waste!
Oh, I become good wine.
Fresh.
But yeah, look into it.
I will.
A lot of people was supposed to be on that boat, did not get on that boat. And a lot of people they wanted gone did get on that boat.
Crikey.
So, back to the actual story.
Yeah.
August 1911. The Louvre is open. It's a bright sunny day. One of those visitors is an artist himself, fancies himself a little bit of a Leonardo, doesn't he? He goes in to paint some of what he sees on the wall, to replicate the images, the paintings that he adores so much. He sets himself up, he's got his paintings, he's got his canvas. He goes forward with his eyeballs, looks at the wall to where the Mona Lisa is. The Mona Lisa is not there. Not a worry. During this...
Not a worry.
Calm down. Calm down. During this time, the Louvre was going through a renovation and lots of the artwork would get taken off to be cleaned or photographed. It always
Makes
happened.
sense, yeah.
So he goes to one of the guards and he's like, hey, the Mona Lisa, when does she come back? I want to pay her.
When does she come back?
Where is she?
Tight schedule.
Yep, so he's like, okay, let me go check with the photographers, not with the photographers. So he's like, well, photographers say, let's go check with the cleaners, check with the cleaners. No one can find the Mona Lisa.
Oh, crumbs.
Now we're getting worried. Where the hell is she? Where's the Mona Lisa? Dun dun dun. Insert sound effects. Now, to explain this story, we must go back a few days.
Okay.
So we're going backwards in time. As I had mentioned, the Louvre is going through renovations, and part of that renovations is they want to protect the artwork they've
Of
got.
course, yeah.
So they want to install glass cases.
Uh-huh.
To install these glass cases, they hire Italian handyman named Vincenzo Peruggia.
Stunning pronunciation.
Thank you very much. My Italiano is quite
Quite advanced.
it's quite advanced, no?
Okay.
Vincenzo is tasked with making the glass cases for the paintings, one of which includes the Mona Lisa. Now, Vincenzo himself is a very patriotic Italian and also enjoys art, so he's more than happy to do this job. Whilst he's doing the job, he's reading books about the art within the Louvre to learn a bit more. And he realises that a lot of the artwork in the Louvre is Italian and was actually taken from Italy, stolen, some would say, pre kind of the French Revolution, Napoleon's kind of time. And he's like patriotic Italian. He's grinds his gears. He's like, this isn't right. This should be in Italy. So his plan is to steal the Italian artwork and take it back to Italy.
Okay.
And he's thinking about which one to take, and he decides on the Mona Lisa. Not because it's the most valuable, because at this time, it's not the most valuable.
Yeah.
Not because it's particularly good. It's a bit...
Feel like our viewers must now think you have a right issue with the Mona Lisa. It's not good.
But it's overrated.
Okay.
He thought the same thing. Me and Vincenzo,
Vincenzo.
we thought the same thing. But mainly, more to the point, it was small. He could easily take it, put it in his back pocket. All the ones in the Louvre were like massive piece of art. This one was, it's like this big.
Tiny bit bigger than that.
A little bit bigger than that. But
it's bigger than a postage stamp.
It's about stamp size. So he was
It's
like,
not.
I'll just stick that in my back pocket. Also, he had read about, remember me saying this, adorn the bedroom of Napoleon.
Yeah.
And he thought, mother Napoleon.
Language.
My Italian. Funnily enough, though, as I was saying, Leonardo was actually invited to France by Francis the First,
Yeah.
and Francis the First bought the painting of Leonardo. This was before Napoleon was even born, so
Yeah.
Napoleon didn't steal it. It wasn't stolen. So he didn't really
Wasn't
do his
stolen by
homework.
Napoleon.
It wasn't stolen by the French.
No.
It was
It was
bought
purchased.
with good money and, by a king. And the whole Francis the First and Leonardo, I don't want to get into conspiracies here, but there's some kind of homosexuality.
Was there some form of relationship going on there?
Well, he lived in his
House.
guest
Palace.
house. Yeah. And
That doesn't really mean much. Living in someone's guest house.
What? The King of France gets a pater who is known to be actually quite good looking with locks of auburn hair, and people say he could bend
Irish skin and eyes of emerald green.
he could bend a horseshoe with his bare hands.
Oh.
And old Francis just puts him up in.
It's not like he put him up in his bedroom, he put him up in his guest house.
Yeah, but then the stories about like when Francis was dying, they were like, but I'm just saying there's some homosexuality going on there.
Good on him.
Good on him.
Leonardo and Francis, why not?
Because it wasn't stolen. There was no stealing involved. It was a very...
No, I just mean good on him for the homosexuality.
Good on you.
Good on you.
Yeah.
You go get it.
Whew. Point being,
Bunk.
bonking. They were bonking, perhaps. Anyway, where was I in my story? So he decides to steal it. Okay. So what he does is he hides in the closet inside the Louvre.
As did Leonardo.
As did Leonardo. You're not wrong there. But unlike Leonardo, Vincenzo came out the closet at night.
Probably much like Leonardo.
Probably much like Leonardo indeed. So he comes out, he goes up to the wall, he takes the Mona Lisa, and he scurries away. And he heads to the door, he tries to escape, he can't escape. Oh, would you believe the door's locked? Can you believe it? They locked the door.
To a museum?
To a museum.
What?
They locked the door, so he couldn't get out. So desperate to find a way out, he undoes the doorknob on the door, takes the doorknob off, and he still can't get out. But that's when it happens. A plumber who is working at night in the Louvre comes round the corner and sees old Vincenzo with the Mona Lisa and a doorknob in his hand and trying to escape from this place. And the plumber looks him dead in the eyes and says, "Hey, you little Italian handyman, what are you doing? Oh, trying to Mona Lisa in your hand." And he storms over to him, and he's like, "Yeah,
you built up this plumber to really be a Wreck-It Ralph kind of guy.
More like Mario."
Then he should have been Italian.
Hey, it's
me, Mario.
What do you do with the Mona Lisa? No.
Yeah, but he's French.
Well, he's French then. What are you doing with the...
Let's not, because you may upset people with your accents. Let's just talk in our normal.
I don't think it would upset them. I think they would love its accuracy.
Okay.
Anyway, he goes over and he says,
"Hey,
you can't get out the door that way. Let me help you out." And he puts key in the door, unlocks it and says, "On your way."
Off you pop, then.
Off you pop. Vincenzo goes out. Fast forward, it took 28 hours before anyone noticed it was missing. And it wasn't even anyone who worked there. 'Twas the artist who came in to visit who noticed it. It said they had... Oh, they did have. It's not said, it's fact. They had 400 rooms in the Louvre, but only 200 guards. And at night, there was even less.
My
It was
lordy lord.
pretty easy to rob from it. You could just stroll in, not like today.
No.
You could just stroll in and take it.
Well, and like today, they've got like the infrared things, haven't they? That would go off if you took it, and they didn't have that back then.
Just plumber. Just a friendly plumber with a key to everything. But, so now we get to the beginning of the end of the middle of that story, where it's gone missing. So they ring the police. The press picks this up, and the press have an absolute field day. You see, the Louvre is run by the French government, and the press thought this was a great opportunity to poke fun at the government of France.
Okay.
Also, it's worth noting, this is 1911. Newspapers was just starting to become a thing. Newspapers was like the in thing. Everyone wanted a newspaper. It was like the TikTok of the 1900s, early 1900s. Everyone was loving it. So the press loved this story. They put it on all the front pages with coinciding photos of the Mona Lisa. Okay, so the press picked this up.
Yes.
They are loving it. And then global newspapers, who are also, newspapers are just picking up, don't have much to write about, are also loving it. So globally, every newspaper is following this story because it's the in thing, all about this heist. And accompanying all of these stories is a photo of the Mona Lisa. So now suddenly everyone wants to know who stole it and what the hell is Mona Lisa? Is that a thing? Is that
What's
a
she
person?
moaning about?
What has she even got
What
to
did
moan
Lisa
about?
do?
Which is why it's so famous because it was
Aha.
everywhere. Before then, art was like, in books,
Yes.
or you had to actually go to the museum to see it. All of a sudden, one piece of art was everywhere, but in everyone's normal life. Newspapers. It was all over. 2 years, they could not find the Mona Lisa.
2 years?
For 2 years, they had no idea who stole it. Here's the thing.
The plumber knew.
No, he didn't know.
They could have assumed. They could have been like, I did see someone carry it out.
Well, here's the
sorry.
thing. Vincenzo was questioned twice by the police about whether he stole it. And each time said, did you steal it? Yeah, no. Yeah, okay. Are you sure? Because we've got this plumber that says, you were in there on the night with a doorknob in your hand. He's like,
Nope.
me? Couldn't have been me.
Who, me?
Who, me? Couldn't be.
Benjamin?
The number one suspect,
Was the plumber?
no, Pablo Picasso.
No.
Everyone thought Picasso took it.
Say it ain't so.
Yeah.
Poor Picasso.
Everyone was
Ridiculed.
Picasso, do you have Leonardo Da Vinci's Mona Lisa? And he's like,
No, but they like it. It's Picasso.
I can't do accents, but you can.
Sorry, you got that out.
2 years goes by, can't find it, and that is why it is so famous. Now, here's the thing. It is said that whatever painting would have been stolen by Vincenzo on that blessed night of August 1911 would be the most valuable painting in the world today.
I see it. I understand.
Anything. He only decided to take that one because it was small enough to take and because it was Italian. He could have took any other painting. 2 years later, after the thievery, after the burglary took place, Vincenzo decided to have a go at selling the painting to an art dealer in Florence. A guy called Alfred Gera. He used a false name, though. He's not stupid. Vincenzo. He's not a stupid guy. So instead of saying...
The guy that was caught with a doorknob in his hand and a painting in the other is not a stupid man.
Yes. Instead of saying, well, he got away for 2 years. He's had the Mona Lisa. Right. He decided to use the name Leonardo Vincenzo. Instead of... So he thought to himself, I'm Vincenzo the handyman.
And
who stole Leonardo's Mona Lisa.
So I'm going to call myself Leonardo Vincenzo.
Understandably. Alfred was immediately suspicious.
Can't think why.
So he asked the head of an Italian art gallery to join him meeting with Vincenzo. After confirming...
sorry, it's Leonardo Vincenzo.
Oh, after meeting with Leonardo Vincenzo. After confirming the painting's authenticity, the two Italian art experts pretended to go along with the sale while secretly calling the police. From there, the painting made its way back to the Louvre. So they was like, yeah, we'll make the sale. And under the table, like, boop, 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 boop.
Don't think they had mobile phones?
It's it. No. It's the Louvre. It's the Louvre stealer. It's Mr. Doorknob. It was Vincenzo the whole time. Who knew? We asked him twice.
Just say he said no both times. Who'd have thought?
And Picasso was just like...
Thanks, guys.
Told you. So, yeah, then it went back to the Louvre and it hung up.
And what happened to Vincenzo?
The police caught up with him and arrested him. He claimed he only stole the painting so he could return it to his birthplace of Italy. But he also did try and sell it, so...
Yeah.
He didn't just, hang it up. Yeah. He was arrested.
What did he do for 2 years, I wonder? Maybe he did hang it up 2 years and then was like, do you know what? It's not that good.
No, for 2 years it was in a fake... What's it called? Fake bottom trunk? Fake bottom trunk.
Oh, okay.
So we just hid it for 2 years. But it's maddening to think for 2 years the most valuable piece of... Because this is when it became the most valuable piece of art. And, it's worth noting that during these 2 years, this is the first time the Louvre ever had a queue. people from all over the world came to queue to come to see the empty space
Oh
where
my
it used to
lordy
be.
lord.
So they could say,
Mona Lisa used to be there.
someone stole that, Mona
Yeah.
Lisa.
Okay.
That's the first, and it's had a queue every day since. It's had a queue to see the actual Mona Lisa. But where it actually was just in Vincenzo's house.
Hidden?
He was just, he
Hidden
probably
in
just
the trunk.
got it out every now and again to look at it and been like, lovely.
Brought you home to your birthplace.
Yeah, what are you smiling at? You know?
That lake behind you.
Is that a bloody lake back there?
Who are you? Rich, pauper? Dunno.
Hmm.
Interesting. I've made you the most valuable painting in the world.
Could have been anything.
Could have been
Could
anything.
have been anything.
Wow.
I suppose it could be like, what do they call it? Like Beauty and the Beast, where you fall in love with your kidnapper.
Stockholm Syndrome.
Reverse Stockholm Syndrome.
Is it called
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I think
Is
so.
it?
Reverse Stockholm Syndrome, where he fell in love with what he had stolen.
Yeah.
And he was like, Mona Lisa.
Yeah, I don't think it was though, because he then went to sell it.
He got tired of that little grin. And like, his grin out, man.
Smirk.
7 months in jail he got for that.
Wow.
Crime of the century.
That's not much.
No, it's not, is it?
No.
Fun fact. He died on his birthday. Sad, innit? He was born the 8th of October.
Fun.
He died.
He said fun fact. And when he died on his birthday.
It's like, oh, what a quinky-dink.
What a quinky-dink.
What a quinky-dink. Died on
How
his
old
birthday.
was he?
I don't know.
Did he die long after he sold?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what he
Well,
went on to do after
you
that.
said he died in April. I thought you were going to say year.
No, I said October.
Sorry.
The 8th of October. He was born of some date. And the 8th of October he died. And that is how the Mona Lisa became the most famous piece of art in the world, worth $860 million for one single piece of art. Most valuable, most respected. A household name. If you know art, if you don't know art, you know the Mona Lisa.
You do, you're right.
Or because of Vincenzo stealing it.
And Mr. Bean.
And Mr. Bean. And still, I've said it once, I'll say it again.
He hates it.
No.
If you're watching Leonardo.
Whatever he stole on that day would have been the most valuable painting ever.
Yeah.
Anything. And that's today's story.
Woo!
Mona the Lisa.
Mona the vampire.
So how do you feel about Mona Lisa?
It's alright.
That's alright.
It's better than I would be able to do. I'm not an artiste. Not very good at it at all.
But like...
I can do a sick Ellis Lowry interpretation.
Oh yeah.
Stickman, innit?
Matchstick.
Yeah.
To be precise.
I could do... No, that's not Ellis Lowry. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Lara.
I could do that. Could do it
Can
well.
you? Oh.
I'm alright at
You did scenic stuff,
Matchstick Man.
though.
Yeah, I can just do the Matchstick Man. You?
Huh?
What's your... What do you think? Oh, we already know what you think of the Mona Lisa.
Ugh.
He hates it!
She's always smirking at. She ain't all that. I prefer the lady with the ermine. But what's your favourite piece of art? Painting?
It's by a little known artist. Not really heard of.
Michelangelo?
No.
Da Vinci?
No. Goes by the name of CBC.
Oh, okay.
And it's a fabulous oil painting of an old man. Do you want to show the group your painting?
Show the group? But, okay. Let me...
CBC.
I'm not ready yet.
It's Cameron. He is a secret artiste.
That's my pseudonym. Vincenzo.
Vincenzo Cameron Leonardo.
My plants.
Are you ready for this? Wow! It's my favourite piece you've done. I love it.
I call this Mona who?
It's really good.
Thank you. Do you like the colour tones? It's kind of
should we
matching
lean them
the...
against here for now?
Oh, with the microphone you won't be able to see.
That's okay, you can still get the feeling across. It's the eyes for me.
But this is only valid for people who are watching this, so can you describe it to all our listeners, please? I'll move this for you.
I don't know how I would describe it, to be honest. It's
Let me hold it up for you.
Thank you.
Describe.
Thank you. It's a painting of an old man. He's got really emotive eyes. Looks like he's had a troubled life potentially, or just heard some sad news, or he just needs. It looks like he needs a hug. Is what I'd say. He's got some long wavy hair. The colours are fabulous. We've got some blues, some yellows, some oranges, some whites. All in all, it's just an absolutely stunning drawing.
Mm.
But also, I shouldn't have to explain the painting, because if you're not watching it, why? Just go on YouTube and skip to this bit and you can have a look at the painting. It's bloody fabulous.
And that is all from us today. That's the story of today. Please do let us know how you feel about the story, how you feel about the Mona Lisa, what your favourite painting is, what your favourite artist is. Don't forget to, review, rate and share the podcast. Subscribe to us on all accounts you can, through either be it our socials at What's the Podcast, or be it the YouTube, or if you're on Spotify, I think you can review now on Spotify, so don't forget to leave us a good old 5-star review. Get those thumbs up high in the air. Hit that share button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to tell us all those things I told you about as well. Tell us what you feel about Mona Lisa. Tell us what you feel about Vincenzo. Tell us what you feel about the French Revolution, Napoleon, Italy.
Cameron's painting.
My painting. Yep, tell us how you feel about that. About the episode in general. About if you've got any other episodes in mind. Paintings in general. Your favourite painter, your favourite painting, your favourite sculptor, your favourite
You're
sculpting.
asking an awful lot of them.
And
the list is endless.
And finally, don't forget to have a nice day. Do all those things.
He's been Cameron.
I've been Cameron.
I've been Hannah.
She's been Hannah. And
We've
together,
had a fabulous time. Oh.
we have been podcasting.
And I'm going through puberty.